powered by Riverside FM.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fun Time Super Purific Happy Hour. Welcome, Jandler.
Welcome, Choey. It's great to be in back, right?
I was like, what? You're already cursing. What's up with this?
You're like
I'm
episode
super
1,
excited.
season 4. Hey, no, like I said, my goal is, it's always try and keep it around 35 minutes. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm just give you a little heads up, man. A lot of this episode I feel is stuff I've been holding on for a while. So it may
Yeah.
be the Jandler episode in a lot of ways. I got stories to tell, man, and I think you'll love them. But real quick, I don't know why I switched over because I got to go over and do the holidays.
Here are today's effing holidays.
Here are the holidays. By the way, and part of time constraint, I'm trying to start limiting the holidays to about 2. Okay.
Sounds good.
This 15th, National Relaxation Day. Take a break and treat yourself to National Relaxation Day. Indulge in yoga, a hot bath, or your favorite movie/podcast for some much needed R&R, right?
That's us.
And then it's Hawaiian Shirt Day. Embrace the vibrant spirit of aloha by donning your colorful Hawaiian shirt on this fun-filled Hawaiian Shirt Day.
You know, I would say that you had a lot of Hawaiian shirts in high school, but they weren't Hawaiian shirts. They were just like crazy, like weird prints.
Yeah, they were just polyester nonsense. I do have
my favorite was the one that looked like it was just like kind of zoned out. I don't know how you would describe it, like circle, like concentric circles, but it looked like they were speakers, but they weren't speakers.
I think it's the one I was thinking of where they looked like kind of like they were CDs in a way, like spinning or records or something. Yeah, crazy. Actually, it's crazy just being able to find stuff like that. Hey, I know I told you one time over the summer, and we had to record it, and so I never got it back on there. I watched a lot. I binged the whole series of Psych this summer, right? I love that show, with Sean and Gus. And so I'm going to bring, one of the things I'm going to bring a lot this year is when you say something that I think is kind of, when I'm like, dude, don't be corny or don't be lame, I'm going to pull out a Psych saying. I made up some of my own, okay? It's just kind of like how you wanted, I think last year or the year before, you wanted us to do an episode of similes or whatever. I was like, Choey can do some similes, and I'll hit him with a Psych phrase there and there. Like, here's one for you that honestly plays into traffic on Friday. Dude, don't be that person that when it goes from 2 lanes to 1 that waits all the way to the last second to cut you off. When you're like, what's going on. That's another one of those where I'm just like, oh my. You know what I mean?
I am that person that's like,
you're like oops.
But I time it out more so where I'm not the guy that's like sitting at the cone, like I've got nowhere, I can't move forward. I'm like, I try to cut in 4 or 5 lengths before it's completely one lane.
Well, I cut in as soon as I see that lane, because sometimes I don't know why the lane's going slow. But you know what I started doing that people might think I'm a jerk for is I'll start straddling my lane and that other lane. So I'm like, no, you ain't getting by me, dude. Because I see those people that like they want to coast all the way to the end and then cut you off, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna let that happen.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those people that kind of bump out and they're like, no, you can't cut me off. And it's like,
exactly. Dude, there was already getting sidetracked, and we just started season 4. There was somebody, we go from right lane closed, we go to left lane, right? I see the person because they're behind me get into the left lane after me, right? Well, the left lane's going super slow because it's going from 2 to 1. They get back in the right lane to go all the way down to the end so they can cut over. I'm just like, you knew what was going on, people. Those are the ones that really bothered me. But anyway, we're up to 30 states now in the U.S. and 25 other countries besides America. So just real quick, I'm not just going to shout out the names, right? So obviously we got U.S., South Korea, Germany, UK, which is just England in the UK right now, Ukraine, Russia, Canada, South Africa, the Philippines, Australia, Portugal, India, Jamaica, Mexico, Thailand, Barbados, Norway, Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, Venezuela, Italy, Hungary, New Caledonia, and then we just recently got Taiwan and Singapore. Man, we're really the Southeast Asia. We're really doing a good job. At least people or they're accidentally stumbling across this type thing.
Did, did you say we have Canada? We don't.
We do have Canada. We got all. Well,
So
if
we're
we
North
got all of
America.
North America, I think technically.
We have an entire continent.
Yeah. Although I'm always confused. Central America, is that because if that's Central America, we have to get all the Central America, I think, first. Honestly,
Yeah, that's a
so
lot.
yeah. So to me, it's like an asterisk. We got some of them. We don't have all of them. Not gonna name all the states, but can you see the screen? Here's our
Yeah,
here's our
30
state map,
30
right?
states.
Look,
That's
we got
60%.
if we get Mississippi and Arkansas, we have all the SEC, I think. For the
No,
football
you gotta get to
conference.
Kentucky up in there too.
Oh, Kentucky. Forgot about Kentucky. I need to. Also, I just realized we got Hawaii because of White Gandalf. But I got a buddy out here that was stationed in Alaska because he's Air Force. And I want to be like, hey, man, get someone to listen to this. Even just play it on mute or something. I want to say, hey, we got Alaska.
Let's get my friends.
Yeah, we got all the non-continental states type thing. Here's a breakdown of our analytics. Surprisingly, if you're surprised here, I think in the last month, 100% of the people that listen to us have been between the age 35 to 59.
A little bit older, a little more sophisticated.
Yeah, it kind of goes with us. Not really. We're not getting that young demographic, but we got our.
Well, I mean, we're letting
mindset.
People. We're giving them a break from like the humdrum of like normal, like mature life. They can come reminisce.
Yeah, I'm thinking about telling my new teachers. One of these days, I'm gonna be like, hey, because they're pretty cool. But I'm gonna say, hey, if y'all ever get bored and you want to listen to me and my buddy talk funny stuff about school, you listen to our podcast, But I feel they got to know who I am first a little bit. They got to know me a little bit more before I just drop that on them. All right, first thing I want to start off with. Yeah, we tried Podmatch. I liked it. Did you like Podmatch? When we used it, did you like how, not maybe the guests, but did you like how it was easy to find guests? Because I did.
Well, no, so the concept behind it was great. It's just the fact. I mean, no offense to the people that were on. It's just we can be grown up, but we're grown up adjacent.
Well, they so this I gotta pause this before it starts playing. I want to. Oh, good, it didn't start playing. I'm gonna show this here in a second. What I started thinking about it is the people that guested with us. Not only were they grown ups, right, and we like to be silly instead of adults 24/7. They had a mission for being on there, and it was to kind of promote their product or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, so I told you this, and you kind of laughed at me. So, because I didn't like that. I felt that was taken away of what we really were. We're here trying to tell funny stories, and I want to find a way to talk to teachers from around the world just to get their input, right? Their funny stories, things like that. And so it was kind of different in that way. And then I felt like it reminded me of this clip from a Wayne's World. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It felt like
I know where we're going with this too.
We were selling out.
Talk about Vanderhoff. The fact is, he's the sponsor, and you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions. One of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
Sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out.
Damn, it's an old dude of beg.
Oh yeah.
Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
Here, take 2 of these.
Ah, new print. Little, yellow, different.
Look,
You had one of
you can
those
stay
little plugs for us too.
and play by the rules, or you can go back to the farm club and roar. It's your choice.
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation.
No, so that's what I kind of felt. That's what it reminded me of. But so anyway, I was talking to White Gandalf one weekend, right? And it was in June, and we had an interview scheduled for Monday, and then for Tuesday, right? and I just wasn't looking forward to it. And so I was talking to him, and he was kind of like he thought it was changing our tone as well. When he listens to us, we weren't as funny.
Yeah.
But he was just like, he's like, if you don't want to do it, man, why do it? And I'm like, you're right. And so I felt like a jerk because I just canceled the account. Like I didn't even let anybody know. I just deleted the whole thing. And you laughed at me when I told you. But the reason I did it, right, is I know me. If I'd have reached out to them, I would have wanted to like work a way to do it. And I didn't want to do it. If that makes sense? I was like, I didn't want to do the interview, but I knew the nice part of me would have been, let's do it anyway. And so I was just like, pull the Band-Aid right off,
So it's realistically the nice part of you would just contact me like, hey, sorry, like there's a change of plans. I'm not going to be doing. That's the nice. Instead, you're like you're like the boyfriend or girlfriend that ghosted somebody, and so they texted you and they can't. We're sorry, you get a number that's no longer in service.
Believe it or not, Jandler isn't at home, right?
So, it's like that's not how that works at all.
All right. So, like I said, this is episode 1 of season 4. By the way, this is our 140th podcast episode, sir. Reruns, clip shows, and our stuff included.
I mean, it's not like necessarily like a landmark number.
No. To like me, the next landmark number is us hitting the 500 mark or whatever, or maybe 250.
Like 2 or something like that.
Yeah, well, we could do 2 as well. You get another CD for your garage. I'll hang it up, right?
I'm gonna put that up in the new house.
Yeah,
in the garage
too.
In the garage,
wherever I put it,
anywhere.
It's somewhere out here. But yeah, I want to put mine up too. So I thought this was an interesting thing. We're kind of reviewing all the new states and countries. Did you know last year we put out 53 episodes in a 52-week year? So technically, this episode is a week later than it started last year. It had 53 episodes last week. It's kind of a lot,
like a bonus payment, like a mortgage payment bonus.
It's like we didn't understand how to how to count or something. I was
well, because we roll out on Fridays, so if there's like an extra Friday, that like it could be like an incomplete week. Does that make sense? Like like January could have started like on a Wednesday. I don't even know. I'm talking about booty. I'm talking about Wazoo over here.
Dude, so I was looking at some of the sounds on here. Some of the sounds obviously I'll add in post. I think you and I talked about it too. If you remember when we first started season 1, remember I think the first half of it we were doing an episode every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Because I know I was counting and I was just like, why are our numbers off? Why isn't it 50 some a year? Like, why aren't we doing 50? Because we're always putting something out. I forgot that those first 5 months, whatever period that was, that we were doing that. Could have been longer. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's why it threw off the numbers. Because since then, season 2 and 3, man, we've put out, 52 episodes. Well, 53 and 52. So we put out 105 episodes the last 2 seasons, man. So pretty good. But
I have to give you credit, sir. You're putting out the episodes. Some of those things I am not present for.
Well, I do all the editing and posting, but you come up with some of the ideas too. Like, and we bounce back and forth off each other. Which, by the way, we're getting ready to take our break and come back, but you're probably not gonna be surprised about this, right? Probably gonna start doing a little Manchester United fan podcast thing, trying to promote watch parties. And I was talking to people. I've been talking to people the last couple of weeks, and I was telling them, I was like, look, I want to be a part of it, but I don't want to lead it. And as it's not going to work that way. I'm going to end up doing a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's cool. I'll find a way to make it easy so it doesn't interfere with everything else, right? But anything.
Oh, I can't, man. All I do is work and podcast. That's all I do.
Anything you want to add before we take our little break?
No, sir, I'm good.
All right. Just so you know, we're going to take our break, and you're not going to really hear that. Well, I think I have one of the ads on here, but some of the other ads I'll have to add in the editing process. But I almost forgot. We got our new song here. By the way, Yo, the one thing I think this is gonna surprise you. When you get new countries and you add on to the song gets a little bit longer. So
Oh, no way.
yeah, so it's about a minute here, about a minute 10 for this song part. Cheers.
We say prost, Gumby, cheers mate, and cheers mate again, or simply cheers. Sometimes it's all toss Santa, other times it's cheers up, you effing hoser, you effing hoser. We also say sawday, salute saluti, or tagay, skull. Let's all say Nazdarovia in the Russian way. In Vietnam we shout out yo, Walugi Wawa makes South Africa glow. In Portugal it's a solid soul. In Budmo, Ukraine's here to stay. In Thailand we clink and shout out Sean. Then back to the bar till the liquor's gone. For Jamaica it's a loud yawn. No matter the place we drink till dawn. In India we say cheers or body hole. Hungary says he just did it, don't go too slow. New Caledonia joins in with our boat, let it flow. In Taiwan we shout out Ganbei. And Singapore says Yam Sing. Oh, the way. Cheers, cheers around the world.
I'll stop it there at a minute 13. Still pretty cool though,
Oh.
but it's just getting a little bit longer, right?
It'd be cool to get like if they come up with like an AI program that can then generate like the music video for the AI generated song.
Honestly, I'm just playing around with Suno because I think they do have that option.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I'll play around with that and send it to you, whatever.
Hi there, I'm here to help Choey and Jandler to read an advertisement for buyblacket.com. Please shop buyblacket.com. Are you looking for unique gifts at unbeatable prices? Then look no further. Buyblacket.com has quality merchandise for everyone on your list, from gifts for cat and dog lovers to American fans, beer enthusiasts, and even Jesus lovers. As for teachers, we didn't forget about you. Please don't miss our funny attire to brighten up your classroom. So bring a smile to your loved ones' faces and shop buyblacket.com today. Tell them Choey and Jandler sent you.
Hi there, Ryan Reynolds here on behalf of my friends Choey and Jandler. You may know me from movies where I either save the world or ruin Thanksgiving. But today, folks, I'm not here to sell you cologne, crypto, or questionable NFTs. I'm actually here to tell you about Fish.audio. This isn't really me talking right now. This is my voice, made by Fish.audio, which frankly is terrifying. It sounds exactly like me, and trust me, I've heard my voice in 87 trailers. This is better. Whether you're a podcaster with a potato microphone, a game developer building an army of space dolphins, or just lonely and want a perfect Morgan Freeman to read your grocery list out loud to you, Fish.audio has you covered. Fish.audio is easily one of the best voice generation platforms I have ever used, which is saying something, because I've done voiceover for a toothpaste brand in 4 languages I don't even speak. And speaking of that, Fish.audio is cross-lingual, which means it supports 13 different languages. Their amazing program also allows you to clone voices. Fish.audio make your voice legendary, or at least make my voice say weird things. I legally can't stop you either way.
All right, hey, let me see. I got a little I think intro music here. So I got some story time to share with you, sir. I got some stories for you, Choey. You know how I think we talked way back in season 1 how I know I did it, and I think you did it too, where we'd come up with an idea or a story, and we're like, hey, I don't want to tell so-and-so because I want to keep the laugh genuine when we record it. So there's some stuff I didn't want to tell you about, right? First off, do you have any like Echo Dots in the house? You know, where those like, you know,
we did for a while.
I don't want to say the name rhymes with Texa, you know?
Yeah, no,
So
I
I don't
know.
want it going off
we had
right
it for a
now.
little bit, and then we turned them off, just unplugged them because we kind of got tired of just random pop-offs that she would do.
Well, so one of the days I was trying to set a timer, right? Or set a reminder. Like, you know, hey, set a reminder for like 12:30, and I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but it wasn't hearing me. right? Like it wasn't getting in, and I got a lot in I got one in like every room pretty much, and they're all linked together. So sometimes when they start doing that, man, I get all these things just going off, and it gets annoying. So I was like, so finally I was like, Alexa, shut the F up, right? You know, and it shut up, right? But then at 12:30, I got a reminder, and they're like, hey, Jandler, here's your reminder to shut the F up. And I just thought it was hilarious. And I was just laughing. I was like, good one, you got me.
How robots are gonna like eventually take over the world and stuff. Like, I'll be outside doing work and I got my AirPods in, listen to music, and it's always, I never feel it's always like a good song. I'm like, all right, I'm really enjoying it. She'll pop in and I'll be like, oh, F off. And it's like, okay. And it just cuts off and I'm like, no, I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
It's like, okay, but I'm going to remember this, Choey.
It's all, I got you later, buddy.
It's like July 1st, 11:14 a.m. Noted.
The Terminator robot's like, remember all the times you talked trash to my friend. Like, no.
That's why I always say please and thank you to ChatGPT. So hey, woo. Also, I got another this is an appointment story. This will sound weird, but because I got a new tattoo on my right forearm, right? And you know when you get tattoos, they gotta shave it, make sure there's no hair there. And then when she was doing it anyway, like my left arm and my right arm, the hair wasn't the same because she would work on one, right? So anyway, I went to get my forearms waxed, right, to kind of even it out and be perfect. And I signed up for the appointment with our Choey and Jan email, right? And it just automatically generated Jandler Bing as the name. I didn't catch it till after I said I scheduled it. So they called the day before, right? The day before to remind me I had an appointment. And they're like, hey, is this reminder, you got an appointment tomorrow at blah, blah, blah for Jandler Bing. And I was like, I kind of smirked. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, that's me, but that's not really my real name. And so they're like, what? And I was like, well, it's kind of an alias. It's a story. And they're like, well, we'll look forward to hearing it. And then whoever didn't ask me about it the next day, but when I showed up, they're like checking in for Jandler. Gotcha. And then when the lady called me to go back into one of the rooms, she's like, Jandler Bing. And I was just like, so it's kind of funny. You know? They kept calling me Jandler Bing. So I think at that, and I can't remember their name right now, but I can't remember, because I got to go back a couple times, you know, when I get new ink work or whatever, and get it like waxed even out. I'm sure they're going to call me Jandler every time. It's just like I was like, Choey would laugh at this.
You need to go and be like, you can just call me Janny.
Yeah.
It's some weird
Jan.
name.
I go by Jan.
There you go. I was going to say that one too. Jan or Jans or Jan. They're all, what? You're like, don't worry about it.
All right, hey, my last part of story time. I'll do a little reading rainbow. I think I got, if I remember right, because I did this a little bit ago, and I didn't check it this morning. I think Winston from our inebriated history, I had him tell a little fable for us, right? And then so we're gonna listen to this fable, and then I'm gonna introduce you into a new Jandler word of the day. Okay?
All right.
Is that cool? Can you say you can see the screen, right?
Okay, so like, listen. There's this ant, right? Like a real buzzkill of a bug. She's out here in summer, working her shiny butt off, dragging crumbs, seeds, dry-ass leaves, whatever ants eat. I don't know. Anyway, she's stockpiling like it's the end of days. And then there's this grasshopper. This guy, he's out there, strumming on a leaf guitar, singing indie bug folk songs like,
we don't need no winter plan, just tequila in the sand.
And honestly, he's kind of got a point. So the ant comes by all sweaty and serious and is like,
you should be storing food for the winter, you lazy exoskeleton.
And the grasshopper goes,
girl, relax. Winter's months away and I just learned how to twerk with my back legs.
Classic grasshopper. So he keeps dancing, drinking shots from drops of water off blades of grass, partying with the ladybugs, doing peanut body shots. Meanwhile, the ants stocking cans of whatever ants eat in their depressing underground Costco bunker. Then, bam! Winter hits. like a bug-sized blizzard. Snow everywhere, ice on the wings. Ladybug's gone. Party's over. Now the grasshopper? He's shivering under a soggy leaf. Probably hungover, chewing on pine needles for fiber. And the ant? She's toasty in her little dirt hole, surrounded by gluten-free thistle granola and whatever ants snack on. She even has a tiny wine rack made of twigs. Classy. The grasshopper stumbles up to her door, knocking like,
Hey, Auntie. Remember me from the summer? I sang you that song about fungus love.
The ant opens the door a crack and just stares. Then the grasshopper's like,
Could I, crash here? Maybe just for a night or, like, until global warming?
And the ant goes,
I told you, bro, TikTok won't save you from frostbite.
And the ant shut the door. Hard. Moral of the story? Don't be like the grasshopper and spend the whole summer twerking on mushrooms, unless you're okay with freezing your thorax off in December. Or better yet, be like me. Drink and plan. That's why I keep tequila in a thermos.
What do you think? Dude, I was playing with videos in there. I got some different narrator voices in there.
It was a good story. I actually liked it. I like the graphics. It was good. I think Winston's a little off with his tequila in the thermos thing. And he should be doing that. That's
Oh yeah, teachers don't do that. So, but so that
I feel like your plan's gonna be a little off towards the end of that thermos.
So that's gonna migrate me to my word of the day, right? My Sesame Street word of the day, the ant hopper, right? So this is me. Over the summer, when it's time to start doing teacher stuff, getting ready, I take a little bit of both. I work a little bit at a time to make my workload a little bit lighter each day, but I also still enjoy my summer. So like I'll get there early, work a couple hours, and I'm like, all right, it's good enough, you know. So I was like, I just feel like I felt like I made a new word. I'm telling Choey and everybody else out there, be the ant hopper. Work just enough so you can play around later, right? You still
gotta work so you can play with yourself later.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's not cool. There we go. Oh, that's a weird little digital effect over here. It's like, woo. All right, new week right around the corner, sir. Next week, by the way, I'm gonna have you tell us a little bit about your accounting stuff, okay? Just so you know, prep yourself.
What?
And anything else?
Having nightmares.
Having nightmares. Is that you got anything for this episode? Or are we cool?
No, I like it. Good, nice way to lead us into season quattro.
We'll see how this continues, but right now we're under 30 minutes, so sweet. I'll go ahead and pull the plug. Is that cool?
Yank it.
All right, yank it.